A press conference by the Center for African Liberation and Socio-Economic Rights, CALSA, on the inclusion of Nigeria on the list of countries that are tolerant of religious persecution. The United States recently placed Nigeria on the Religious Freedom Blacklist in its Nigeria 2019 International Religious Freedom Report, which it published on Monday, December 7, 2020. Let it be emphasized that protection of national interest is paramount here. The protection of Nigeria against possible imposition on sanction. Because if this is allowed to be the take-home of the international organizations and global powers, Nigeria stands to face a possible sanction imposed on her by the United States. Unfortunately, the report and its intent are subjective, going by what we are able to glean from it. The report in its executive summary said, throughout the year, Shia Muslims under the auspices of the Islamic Movement of Nigeria, IMN, conducted a series of demonstrations, including several in July, against the ongoing intention of IMN leader Sheikh Ibrahim el-Zakzaki, resulting in violent confrontations between protesters and security forces, which left as many as 30 dead, including protesters and police. Another noteworthy excerpts from the reports are terrorist groups including Boko Haram and ISIS West Africa attacked population centers and religious targets and maintained a growing ability to stage forces in rural areas and launch attacks against civilian and military targets across the northeast, according to observers. The report further speculated that conflicts between predominantly Muslim Fulani herdsmen and predominantly Christian farmers in north-central states continued throughout the year, although the violence was lower than during the 2017 and 2018 spike, reportedly due to government intervention and efforts of civil society to resolve conflicts. Gentlemen of the press, from the foregoing, you can see that the United States 2019 International Religious Freedom Report concluded on Nigeria is rather degrading on the nation. First, it is inconceivable that the United States can regard security operations against IMN as denial of religious freedom. No one prevented IMN members from worshiping in the fashion they prefer to the extent that they also respect the rights of other people. For instance, the right of others to have access to public infrastructures like the roads, which the members usually obstruct. The reality is that IMN is a proscribed group based on constitutionally recognized processes, which included a white paper from the Kaduna State Judicial Panel of Inquiry. The trial of its leader is by a competent court of Kaduna State, which leaves one wondering if the United States will tolerate such religious extremism in her homeland. Secondly, it is ironical and non-cooperative to hold the Nigeria federal government accountable for crimes committed by Boko Haram and ISWAP, which are terrorist groups operating in the Lake Chad Basin. The indifferent positions of the U.S. and other global bodies against the Nigeria struggle to eradicate Boko Haram as terrorist group operating in the Lake Chad Basin is quite surprising. This refusal to so classify Boko Haram has been behind the absence of international support to eradicate it from operating in the region. If Boko Haram's crimes are being committed in Nigeria, then the United States must accept joint responsibility as the nation that created the atmosphere that allowed these terrorists to thrive and torment Nigerians of all religious shades. The U.S. activities in the Middle East and North Africa supported the growth of ISIS brand of terrorism and also flooded those areas with weapons that have found their ways into the hands of Boko Haram terrorists. Boko Haram killed Nigerians, and the loss of many human lives is a tragedy. Boko Haram bombed mosques and killed Muslims, Christians, animists, agnostics, and atheists alike, reducing the act of terror being committed by Boko Haram to a sectarian debate is an irresponsible act that must not be encouraged. Furthermore, we observe that the report significantly relied on secondary sources like news reports. Unfortunately, these reports that are relied upon were dominated by fake news and organizations that are involved in the manufacture of dissent. The United States must know that it ought not to act on fake news, as this distracts from the global standing. We want to categorically tell the United States that it is right that the government of Nigeria has the mandate to work for the well-being of all Nigerians, and the military has the mandate to protect the territorial integrity of Nigeria, and that is and continues to be work in progress. If the U.S. is interested in intervening, our belief is that it should start by not paying lip service to issues of Boko Haram, ISWAP, and other terrorist activities that thrives because of its strategic activities like supporting al-Nusra affiliations in Syria, which in turn ship their U.S. supplied weapons to Boko Haram and ISWAP. Thank you.